Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new video here on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Outer Worlds. We're going to go and see the intro and character creation. So let's go ahead and get started here. We'll do normal for now. Okay, continue. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Can't tell if this guy's good or bad. Alright, so let's see. We have strength. Strength affects melee weapon damage and the amount you can carry. Dexterity. Dexterity affects the melee attack speed and ranged weapon reload speed. Then we have our mind. Intelligence affects critical hits. Perception affects headshot and weak spot damage bonus. Charm affects faction reputation and companion ability. And temperament improves your natural health regeneration. So we're gonna go with, I think, dexterity. We'll do perception, one on strength, and one on intelligence. Okay. Alright, so we have some things here. Let's see, what do we want?
You are going to paint the system red, my friend.
So we'll do ranged and
You
stealth.
had a hand in everyone's pocket.
Try this. Okay. Aptitude. No discernible. Beverage service. Bureaucrat. Cashier sub. None. Construction. Elevator. Farmer. Food. Food additive tester. Really? So I'm just looking at the bonuses we get here. Let's do this one.
Good. I might require you to push a few buttons.
Alright, so appearance. I'm gonna do male. Face. Okay, so we've got quite a few different face choices. Okay. I think I'll go with this one. It looks okay. here. Eye color. See if we can find green. Oh wow. These eye colors are bright. Okay. I think I just want to leave that as normal. All that stuff. It's normal. Okay, let's look at hairstyles. Me in a few years, but for now maybe we'll go with this. What kind of wacky colors can we get here? Ooh, I already saw what I want. Blue. Eyebrow style. Oh really? A unibrow? That's perfect. So we'll just do this. Facial hair, what we got? Stubbly's Wolverine. I guess we'll do that. Okay, features. Makeup, dirt, scar. So scars. Oh, wicked. Yeah, let's go with that. Age. Oh, he looks so old, like me. Let's do young. Okay. Hit it up with the Zaramux. And overview. Next. No, I continue with the intro.
Not likely, bootlickers.
Didn't work out well.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong?
That sounds pretty.
Yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck.
Okay. So far I'm getting his machines don't really work well.
this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also
You don't
outfitted
even
you
know
with
me,
a
dude.
simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
This looks shady.
Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Okay, standard
Hawthorne won't mind you
WASD to
taking
walk.
his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Those look cool. I think they might eat me. I don't think I'm getting dizzy or something.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Oh, you take fall damage.
Hey, you. Come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings.
I don't know that I have the medical, but okay.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one.
Oh, it did it.
Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange for my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
What
We
happened
were
to
out
you?
on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
What were you doing out here?
Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
We're gonna persuade. I've got a better idea. Give me your gun and I'll get help.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
I'm off.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Tactical time dilation. Due to complications stemming from your being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilation TTD button slows the world down, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while moving and attacks drain it faster. The TTD meter refreshes slowly over time. Q to use it. Okay. What happened to his body? Oh, I can pick this stuff up. Oh, hello. That wasn't good. Take off. Okay, let's see. Inventory. Press I. Oh, okay, so those are new weapons. I don't think I want melee. I guess Q is kind of supposed to be like the VAT system? I don't know. Oh no. Okay, well I died. Continue. I'm almost dead. And I don't know where her body went. I really wanted to take the stuff. I mean, she was a lieutenant. I'd have something good. Do I have items that can heal me? That's ammo plus consumables. Okay. Okay, how do I eat it? How do I eat? Let's see. It doesn't really tell me. Oh, there we go. F, I guess. So F does some kind of heal. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Why do they keep giving me sabers? Where's like a cool gun? So far, no cool gun. I guess I can go in here. We'll eat open.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please
Lovely.
return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
I'm not here to misappropriate anything.
I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3,
So it's eyes
2,
though.
1.
You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Is this Hawthorne
This
ship?
vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Hawthorne's dead, I'm sorry.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I get it, you need me to be Captain Hawthorne, or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Engineering 5. I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in the garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
That's the goal. Okay, so level 2. We check out the perks. Okay. Oh, so I click on one of these to make it go up. Oh, I've got 8 points. Okay, that's what we'll do. Time dilation location hits. You have unlocked location hit effects for tactical time dilation, hitting enemies in different locations during TTD, maims or cripples those body parts. Try different locations to see different effects. Hit the chest to produce different effects when using different weapons. You okay? Oh, what do I do here? That's all I can do, right? Oh, perks. What do we got? Toughness. Last longer. Let's do slow the world. Leave the ship. Oh, hello.
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards. Now, seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me they're all dead. Mind telling me what happened here?
Let's do, yeah, the guards and I had a bit of an altercation, you see.
Altercation, you say? Well, shame as that goes. Spacer's Choice policy strictly prohibits dying during work hours. Guess I'd better get to cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt.
I could use their gear, no sense in letting a good suit of armor go to waste.
No can do, friend. That armor's Spacer's Choice property. Bodies, too. Living or otherwise. Company policy, you see. You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. The constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition. Oh, and be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Okay, I'll be on my way. Alright, guess I'm going way over here to the town leader. I just own the place, don't I? Hello,
Seems
Mr.
we've got a
Reed.
guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
You must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repair. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise. I never would have guessed.
I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
If you want me to solve your deserter problem, I'd charge by the head.
Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Alright, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Alright, let's get going. Okay, so now we got companions. I guess I'm going down.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Oh, really? She's got secrets.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters. On account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I'm sure the deserters are very fine people, so what?
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I'll think about it. Alright, so we have now 2 different places to go. This doesn't really tell me what the objective is. So I guess we'll try this one.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it?
Oh, my car.
You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
That one. Pravante wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut the power to the deserters. If you could answer quickly, we're in a hurry.
I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Okay. It sounds like I've got my work cut out for me. Thank you for your time.
If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
I've been outside, I'm not impressed, and I can handle myself better than a Vicar.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book.
Oh, of course. Another person wants some from me. All very fascinating, I'm sure, but I've got to be going. Right.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
And just who are you now?
Suppose that weighs on who's asking. My flock likes to call me grandmother, on account of my providing hot soup and free advice. You can call me Adelaide, though.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
We're gonna do 3. Something about coming back to town or losing power. I wasn't really listening.
I can't say I blame you. Reed is positively soporific. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
This is serious. I'm about to cut off your power.
You're doing this for Reed? Why?
Your camp has a power regulator. I needed to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. We'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Alright, so now I need to figure out how to get down there, I guess.
Okay, keep it quiet.
Oh, this is a bad idea. I'm out of ammo. I guess I'm just gonna have to beat this dude up. Hey, that worked.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
There's another one of those dudes.
System. I Unexpected noise. Performing as area sweep now.
Do some more sneaky sneaky.
System open.
Let's go!
I think you died. This melee weapon does so much better. Okay, did I do it?
Three switches. That'll be easy enough.
No, nope, there's 3 of them. It's dead. Let's see. PG. Alright, there's some bad guys down here, I think. Oh, I've only got 8 bullets.
Here we go.
Okay. That's dead. I took all my Q power. Little bad guy right there.
Processing.
Charge, Jumanji! I see you over there.
Security, but
Just 2 more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power? Here they come!
Maybe I should have gone with melee.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
wasn't kidding.
That's the last of them.
Not bad. Can I remap? No.
Great work.
What did it do? Nothing. That's cool.
Look at that. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the rail?
Halt. Beginning security patrol.
Incoming! That's the last of them.
So I guess if you just run circles around them, you're okay. Don't think that's where I need to go. So I'm not gonna go there right now.
Oh, excellent.
You die. Wait, where do I go? Oh, I go up there, okay.
The last. I'm not sure what the ride is. Alls I know is the decision's final.
I think we're supposed to go this way. Yeah, okay. But now I
Once
guess
we
I'll
do
make the
this, there's
choice.
no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing
I
your
don't think you
opinion.
should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Okay, I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Don't know. That second one's mean. I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
that's that. Oh, now I've got to retrieve the power regulator.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit.
Wow, you're nice.
This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Reed
You
needs his
want
people
my
back.
flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
What happened to you, Adelaide? All this anger has come from somewhere.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Alright, enough talk. Let's not attack these guys.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you,
Stumble much?
are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town.
I'm just trying to get my ship off the
Never heard
ground.
it praised in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Can't promise anything.
I appreciate you hearing me out at least.
So wait.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
No, but I need to tell you something else. You won't survive
I've been
without
thinking
power. It's
about
time to go
going
back
back.
to Edgewater.
I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. I mentioned those manuals on mechanical engineering. Suppose if I had one of those, I could go back to Reed and make a real case
So
of
he's
myself.
gonna make me do that first. Okay, I should go.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand.
There's nothing left for you here. It's time to go back to
The
Edgewater.
matter's been weighing on me. Fact is, I can't go anywhere long as Zoe's missing. Disappeared without a trace. Marauders took her, I suspect.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging. That ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Don't worry about it. I'll find her.
Appreciate it. Honest.
A holy root?
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
You've never been on a ship
I've
before?
worked on the occasional supply coach in need of repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts, but Mr. Thompson found out and I had to take it apart. I want to ask you something, and you can say no, but can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
I'd be glad to have you along.
I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Wow, you just made this weird.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power
Do you
regulator.
know how to install a power regulator?
Yeah.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be back. Really, just put it in there? And you need engineering for that?
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed
All
the power
systems are
regulator.
operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Hold on, I need to take care of something. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and press that like button. Yeah, and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. As always, thanks for watching.